Welcome to Atlanta's Commercial Real Estate Show, brought to you by Bull Realty, the show for property owners and business leaders. Host Michael Bull brings you market analysis, advice, and opportunities around Atlanta.
Hello, I'm Michael Bull. Thanks for being with us. Well, in this segment, we're going to talk about the apartment industry in Atlanta. Please welcome my guest, Scott Spalding. Scott is VP of the apartment group with Bull Realty. Scott, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me today, Michael.
Well, Scott, it seems like we've seen unprecedented growth in the rental rates in apartments in Atlanta for the last several years. What did you see in 2016 for rental rate growth?
Well, in 2016, rental rate growth was 7.1%. We're going to see a little cool down in 2017 to around 6.9%, which is still significantly above the national average of 3.9%. So Atlanta's in good shape.
Yeah, that's pretty strong rental rate growth, and that's through kind of encompassing all of the classes of properties, right?
That is correct.
What about occupancy? Is still just staying great?
Well, in A properties, the occupancy range, or should I say the vacancy factor, in the A properties are between 5 and 8%, and it's a little tighter in the B properties. That's really between 4 and 5%.
Okay, all right. And let's talk about Atlanta and buying apartments. You know, why should someone invest in multifamily in Metro Atlanta?
The number one reason is jobs. You know, jobs is the driving force behind rental growth. Atlanta is a top market for jobs. In 2016, Atlanta brought in 80,000 jobs, and in 2017, it's anticipated that an additional 70,000 jobs will be created. I mean, Atlanta is home to several Fortune 500 companies. There's been a big push with the TV and film production industries here that have a significant impact on jobs. Mercedes-Benz is building a new headquarters just right down the street from Studio One. I think the city of Atlanta has done an excellent job in recruiting new businesses to Atlanta and encouraging existing business to expand.
Right. Well, it sounds like the apartment market's in for some good times. So if you're looking for investing in multifamily in Atlanta, where are the opportunities?
Well, the opportunities are going to vary on the specific person. What is your mission? What is your expertise? If we're dealing with an individual versus a credit union, what is your ability for financing? What is your overall management philosophy? But with that being said, there's still opportunities in the A properties. We're seeing slightly higher cap rates when you compare it to some of the gateway markets. And also, there's still opportunities in the B and C product. There's not really a lot of new construction in the B and C product, and there's a lot of tenants that have high incomes. So I do anticipate there's going to be stronger growth in B and C, but there is opportunities for A.
Right, and I guess in the B and especially in the C, you also have opportunities for better management, right? I mean, when you look at those A products, the managers are pretty good, they're pretty stable, but you get into C, it's a lot harder to manage those properties. It
definitely is, and you have to have a team, you have to have a strategy, and you have to stay on your tenants and create a culture that they pay you and adhere to your rules.
Yeah, paying's a good thing.
It surely is.
Well, tell us about some sample closings in Atlanta.
Well, what comes to mind is Savannah at Park Place here in the Dunwoody submarket. It traded last year in November. It's a 400 plus unit community. It's considered an A property, and it was built in 2001, and it traded under a 5 cap at 4.8%. So wow. That was a surprise. Another property that comes to mind is Radius in the Sandy Springs submarket. It's an older property. It's considered a B class, built in 1981. It's a 500 plus unit community, and it traded under a 6 cap at 5.5%.
So those are some cap rates for those properties, but what are some sample cap rates that you're seeing on properties around Atlanta? Well,
Atlanta, when we look at 2016 and the A properties, those cap rate ranges between 5.2 and 5.5. And then we look at B properties, they were usually trading between 6.1 and 6.4.
Yeah, and I guess it's whose NOI are you using, right?
Exactly.
Are you using the sellers, the listing broker, the buyer's broker, the lender, the appraiser, or the buyers, right?
Yeah, you definitely get some different varieties.
Well, what are some tips for people out there that own multifamily property in Atlanta?
Well, I was just reading an article just yesterday from the Wall Street Journal. There's some very large commercial property owners that are starting to sell properties. They feel that they were at the top of the cycle. If you wanted to sell your property at the top of the cycle, now may be the time.
Nah, I don't want to do it at the top of the cycle. Let me wait for a recession.
Well, interest rates are good. We're in a good place in the cycle. Financing is good. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So if you would like to know what your property may trade for in today's market, I invite you to give us a call. My team and I would be happy to share that information with you. If the timing's not right for you to sell, at least you'll have an idea what your property may trade for, and hopefully we'll do business in the future.
Okay. What about a tip for a buyer that's looking to get into multifamily in Atlanta?
Well, if you're a buyer looking to get into multifamily, I'd recommend that you raise your equity prior to finding the deal. This is a very, very competitive market, and your offer loses some of its luster if you need additional time to kind of put things together.
Right. Yeah, you need to have proof of ability to close. You better have all your ducks in a row if you're going to win any deal in Atlanta, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it is a competitive marketplace, that's for sure. Well, Scott, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being in Studio One.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you for joining us and out there on YouTube, on the show website. Maybe you're listening on one of the radio stations around Atlanta. And for more forecasts, advice, and opportunities, look for the tab Atlanta at the main show website, CREshow.com. And be sure to catch up with us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're everywhere. And you're welcome to also call us at 404-876-1640. I'm Michael Bull. This is Atlanta's Commercial Real Estate Show. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Bull Realty, and to all of our sponsors linked below. For more Atlanta forecasts, advice, and opportunities, subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, and AtlantaCommercialRealEstateShow.com. And be sure to connect, comment, and share on your favorite social media sites.